within our show, and his segment talks about health. And he's a personal trainer. He trains people both in physical, getting you in shape, and also in nutritional. Is that right? And,
Yeah.
and
With diet, nutrition, supplementation, exercise, injury rehab, uh, you name it, I pretty much do it.
yeah,
Or
and
I'll
he's kind of the Jack LaLanne of Dallas, I think, and I mean, he's so into it. And wouldn't y'all agree, y'all, that I mean, he lives and breathes it. He's doing what he loves, and he wants
well,
to see the world be healthy. So I'm gonna hand this over to you and let you talk and do your segment. But I think the world of you, and you're very good at what you do. So, and thank you for coming on Skype today and about to share with the audience. So
yeah,
here you
thanks for
go.
having me on. Uh, we're actually coming from the Fortress of Solitude here. It's my little Fortress of Solitude because it's in Dallas and nobody knows where it's at. It's almost like the Bat Cave because I've got my books back over here and more back over here, and I'll probably end up start doing segments back over here in my thinking chair. So I'll look really brainy because I'll have books all around me. But no, today I'm terming this a buffet of health information because I've got weeks and weeks of stuff piled up. I'm also going to be kind of pimping out my Facebook page. So I'm going to read a few things off of there just so everybody gets an idea of what I post on my Facebook page daily, hourly almost. So, because there's always new stuff coming out. But this is episode number 15. So we have 5, 5, and 5 there. And we'll see how this Skype thing goes, and it's interesting doing it this way because I can see Roger over here, and I can see Deb here, and I can see Kathy over here. It's a little bit different than the studio experience.
But we are gonna do some studio, so
Yeah,
so that's gonna be fun too. But
yeah,
I'm
yep.
hoping that this
Live remote.
and this seems sure saves us some gasoline, doesn't it, folks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Time, gasoline.
four count at $4 a gallon right now, especially for me because I got a sports car, so I got to use that premium stuff. Yeah, four
I
dollars a
found out
gallon.
about a new site,
Okay.
DallasGasBuddy.com, and it'll
Yeah.
give you the latest.
What kind of car do you have that uses $4 a gallon gas?
Oh, I've got a sports car. I got my little WRX. So I'm the guy that everybody hates to see on tollway because I'm zooming through everybody because I've got places to go, people to see. I'm one of that. I'm one of that 1 to 3%. In fact, we're going to kick it off with this today.
Okay.
What Roger was talking about, being able to handle stress. See if this works.
Oh,
Here,
yeah.
there we go. The Sleepless
Sleep is
Elite.
elite.
There we
Okay.
go. We got on the sheet here. Thank you, Wall Street Journal. Get a picture for this.
Hmm.
And this specifically talks about people that can get by on that 6 hours of sleep a night. And it really technically is only about 1 to 3% of the population, which is
How many
minuscule.
hours of sleep?
6 hours or less a
Okay.
night, which I usually get about 5.
That's
And
what I
I
get.
pop up.
I mean, that's what I do is 6 hours a night.
So, and which means we're kind of in the we're in that small little margin of people that can handle that without needing the coffee and everything else in the morning. You just pop up and you go. You don't need naps during the day. There's no downtime.
Well, oh wait a minute. Well, I do take naps.
Okay,
Okay.
so it basically talks about that and talks about how the short sleepers, the people that can do that, they handle stress incredibly well. You put them in any type of situation. It may take them a little bit of time to adjust, but once they adjust, they flourish wherever they're at. It doesn't matter what happens to them, around them. They
Wow.
make things happen. They change. They essentially they create their own outcomes to some degree because I'm sure some of us have worked on a book or thought about working on a book. The only way to write a book is to start at the end and then work backwards, especially if you're on a science fiction novel or anything like that, you have to know the ending. If you don't know the ending, you can't write the book because you just write and write and write and you keep going and you never get to the end. So you have to know your ending. You have to know, here's my goal, here's my end point, here's what I want to see happen. And then when you get there, you've got to have that new challenge like Deb was talking about. You've got to have that new challenge to keep you up and going and active and essentially challenged. It gives you a purpose to do things. That was another study that came out about why people live long, or people that live the longest. They're people that have a purpose. It doesn't matter who's around you, how many friends have died, what your diet was like, or anything else. Once you lose that sense of purpose, then it's done. That's why so many people after retirement essentially die very quickly if they don't find something else to do, because you can only sit down in a chair and watch, Oprah and daytime TV for so long. And then, you end up having no life and no reason to be around, other than family. And once those go away, then you really have no reason to be around. So then whatever purpose you find for yourself.
And then you stop eating, and then that's how it goes.
Yeah. So and then you turn into a shut-in, which is no good for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that was article number 1. We're going to toss that back there.
Yeah.
It's fun to my voice. I'm going to have to pick that up later because it's not like I have a maid. But, my big palatial mansion here. Roger saw it earlier.
Maid, we know what's going on with you, Clint.
You know us trainers. So, all right.
Well, it's not like he decorates with barbells,
No, actually I need decoration because I've got nothing here except for the books back there. I got tons of them. Next one up. There we go. Where are you at? Breathing.
It looks like yoga, the depths of breaths.
There you go.
The depth of breaths. Yeah,
basically breathing for life. The main thing in this article was you take 22,000 breaths per day. Okay, 22,000 of them. You don't have to think about it. You just do it. It just happens automatically. If it didn't happen automatically, then we'd all just die. Luckily, our body can multitask better than we actually can mentally. But no, it talks about why you need to learn how to breathe. So taking a yoga class, taking Pilates, getting with a trainer that knows how to do breathing, actually will help out with reduction of stress. It will reduce where are my notes? It'll increase energy, reduce stress, and increases the amount of oxygen in the system so you can think more clearly. I need to take some bigger breaths here so I can think clearly. And it's got to be breathing through the diaphragm. So breathing through the stomach and not through the chest. Because everybody, once you hit 13 and you notice, if you're a guy and you notice there's chicks and girls, they see, oh, there's cute guys over there, automatically the stomach comes in, messes with how you breathe. Everybody breathes through their chest. We get about half the oxygen uptake that we're supposed to get during the day. And, it leads to all kinds of issues later on. One of which is, you just can't handle stress as well. So if you're under stress, take some nice big deep belly breaths and let that belly expand out and then push it back out. It'll help out tremendously. Take 2 or 3 of those. Take 5, you might pass out. You'll actually feel kind of high. So if you want a quick real high, take 3 or 5 or 6 really big deep breaths. You'll be feeling great for a while. Nice natural high on that one. Let's see here.
A little Kabbalah Bate.
Huh?
Yeah, a little Kabbalah Bate. Kabbalah Bate, the yoga breathing really fast.
Okay.
It's called Screaming Skull.
Okay. Yeah. No. This what I'm talking about really is more the very slow, deep breathing techniques, which actually help calm you down, cleans the system out.
Like
as opposed to the faster breathing techniques.
Well, you don't know this, Clint, but maybe, but Deborah is a certified yoga instructor.
Yes, I did know that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, so
that's why they use a lot of breathing in there, but the deep breathing is relaxing.
Yeah.
The other one, the other short one, is giving birth. Breathe. I'm sorry.
Well, what it's interesting, but just briefly, that it lines up the 2 sides of your brain so that you can do a better yoga practice.
Oh.
Okay. All right. But actually, on my side of things, on my side of things with like the exercise working out, we kind of do the same thing for like powerlifting, or somebody's going to do an extreme lifting motion, or if you're going to do sprints or something like that. There's breathing exercises to do before that to get yourself prepared for it, and a lot of those are actually very short, quick breaths, getting your system. Essentially, you're trying to superload yourself with oxygen, but also it helps out with getting the system up and ready to do things. I'm actually having to work with my high school guys on that a little bit now, because they've got no clue at all of any of this, which I don't expect them to because their coaches don't.
And it's wonderful working with kids because they're so receptive.
Yeah, usually.